Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Activities for People Living at Home with Dementia. We are proud to offer this series with funding from the Area Agency on Aging and the United Way of Tarrant County. These programs are recorded and are made available for viewing through a YouTube channel for future use. I am your host for today's activities, and it is my pleasure to present to you Emily Corbin with Nia-Moving to Heal. We've decided that it would be easier for us to hear the music if we all put ourselves on mute so that Emily can be on speaker view, and that way the picture will stay on her the entire time. If that works for y'all, it works for Emily. Emily, it's all yours.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So glad we're all good morning. So glad we're all here together. Yes, so rather than listening to me narrate music that only I hear, we're going to work to make sure you hear the music too. So just a reminder to sit at the edge of your seat and sit up nice and tall. And yeah, just come into maybe a hand on your heart and a hand on your belly. One or the other is great. And so I'm going to invite you, if it's not a lot of trouble and it's fast, to take your shoes off. And if you want to keep your shoes on, you keep your shoes on. If you would like to take them off, you get a different sensory experience when your feet can feel the floor and when you can sense the texture of what's underneath your feet. And so I'm just going to invite you to begin our practice that way. And I will share the sound. So make sure to mute yourselves if you have not already. And here we go. All right, if you want to give me a thumbs up if you can hear my voice, and then I'll start the music. And if you can give me a thumbs up that you hear my voice and the music. And you may not see my picture for just a second here. So do we have a speaker view right now? No, okay. Martha has a speaker view, but she might be the only one. Speaker.
I pinned mine, so all I see is you.
Gotcha. Okay. So that is one thing you can do is pin me. All right.
You won't leave any marks.
Please don't. Okay. Do you hear music with your thumbs up or down? Great. Yay. You guys must have thought I was crazy the last time. What is she doing? I mean, for different reasons, right? Nice. So coming into your 2 feet on the ground, yeah. And if you have your shoes off, sensing what your toes are receiving. What is the information coming to you through your toes and through the balls of your feet? And even if they're in shoes, right? You're still getting information from the ground up, right? So close your eyes and sense, right? And then connect to your breath in and out. And if you notice yourself thinking about anything, what you're going to do later or what you did before, anything at all. Your work is to constantly come back to this moment and to what you sense in your body right here, right now. Allowing yourself to witness each moment with curiosity, with the spirit of openness. Good. Start to relax your spine. What does that look like? What does that feel like? And how does it feel when you breathe into the back of your body? When you sense the back of you expanding as well as the front? Do you notice that your breath feels like it moves easily through some parts of your chest, and then others it feels maybe a little heavier? Good. And is there anything persistent in your body that you're noticing? A tightness or a crick in your neck? A heaviness even, or a lightness? Anything you sense in your body is information that we can be grateful for. Good. So remember, we have worked on a couple of different ways of moving our feet. So coming back in with your open eyes and taking your palms down to the tops of your thighs, I'm just going to have you feel the tops of your thighs with these feet, right? These are the bottoms of your hands, and you're now receiving the information of sense of touch just through the hands touching your thighs. Good. And then notice the difference between when you glide your fingertips over fabric and you sense friction versus when you lift your whole hand and place it straight down, right? Or even when you scratch the fabric with your fingernail. And then just come back to that flat palm again. Now lift one foot and place it down. Lifting one foot, placing it down. Okay, so when I ask you if you hear this beat, give me thumbs up if you hear it. Okay, great. So there's this lift and press it down. Lift, press, lift, press. And now what if we went a lot slower? Lift, press, lift, press, yes, lift, and press. Let's do the other side quick at first. Press, press. Nothing to do but sense your hands on your thighs, lifting and pressing with the opposite foot now. Yes. Now what if we move it to slow lift, press, lift, press. Couple more like this. And take both feet on the ground. Now what happens when you stabilize in your belly and lift both of your feet? Maybe not too far. Notice if you start to fall backward, yeah? And then take your feet down again, good. So we'll lift one ball of the foot and then the other, like a duck walk. So I don't know if you can see my feet, so I'm gonna duck walk with my hands. And we're going pretty slow. Good. Now, what if we duck walk with our hands on our thighs? And the feet at the same time. So you're waving hello with a foot and a hand. just lifting it, dropping it down. Good. So let's return to lifting one foot and pressing it down, and then alternating to the other. Lift, press. Notice how your belly gives you stability here. And you can switch from side to side and not feel unsteady. You have stability and you have mobility. Good. Now we can add in what the hands are sensing, lifting and lowering. It's so small. Good. Sense the tops of your thighs. Almost like there's a string lifting up your knee on each side. Now, what if we moved a little faster, but made it smaller, much smaller, right? So it's actually the same tempo, but there's a little different accent on the tempo. Yes. Now, when we move smaller, it comes closer into the body. Can you bring your hands close to your body and just look at your fingertips as they reach towards each other? Good. So it's almost like I'm holding an invisible ball and lifting one foot and then the other, just as I was before, and moving this invisible ball around. And I can move any direction, right? Reaching maybe high and low, any direction. So stay connected to the rhythm of your 2 feet touching the ground, one and then the other. And then be in the flexibility and creativity of your hands holding the ball and shifting it here and there. Good. Bring that in. Let's bring your elbows in towards your ribs. Your palms come up. Let your feet be still. Okay. So bring your palms up, your forearms pointed up, and we're just going to hear the sound. We're just going to tickle that space. Yeah, good. And now start to sway. So really starting to warm up the sides of your body now, right? Sensing the stability you have in your feet and in your lower body so that you can move side to side, shifting and stable with your upper body, all right? So the elbows are going to start to take that wave-like motion, moving side to side. And you can look where you reach and you'll notice you have more flexibility. You have more range of motion if you look in the direction that you're reaching. You can go fast or slow, right? If you go slow, maybe it's like you're moving in water. It's so good for our nervous system to move fast and slow. It teaches us agility. Good. So let's come back into the rhythm with our 2 hands facing each other, almost like we're volleying this ball of energy in front of us, side to side. Good. Lift up through your spine, nice and tall. Now, what happens when you just let your arms be heavy out in front and let your spine move you? Right? So I'm not going to do anything with my arms except leave them there. Yeah. It's harder, isn't it? Wow. All right, bring your hands back down, taking the palms to the thighs. We're just going to take a spinal roll. So tucking the chin to the chest. Use your big exhale breath. And then Dip your head down. And then look up, raise up. Good, nice and slow. Do it again. Nice, nice. So we're gonna do it the opposite way now. Looking down, to go up. Now we reverse. We look up to go down, reaching the chin forward first. So what if we try alternating, reaching the chin down to go down, versus reaching the chin forward. And coming back up. Good. Coming back to stillness. Long spine. Feel your feet on the ground. Good. What do you sense with your toes? Nice. Let's bring the arms up overhead as you take a big breath in. So if you're breathing and you're not very connected to your breath, can we come back into reaching down with the fingertips and almost like you're breathing through the tips of your fingers, reaching out to your sides and way up overhead. Exhale. Just throw something behind you. Next time you inhale, you can look up and reach up. And next time you exhale, just let something go. No right or wrong way to do this, as long as you're breathing as you move. Good. One more like this. Nice. So we'll focus now on a squeezing and release. So it's at times like we're catching flies. Could you surprise yourself now and then and throw in a surprise like, now, how does it feel different from flicking the fingers? So when we flick the fingers, we've got the thumb and all the fingers are sort of prepared right behind the thumb. Right? Nice. Now, how is that different from touching the flies? Good. Can we rattle the flies once we've caught them? So it looks like you're shaking some beans in your hand. So your fist is tight enough that they're not going to fall out, but not so tight that you smush them, or the flies too. So let's shake those beans. Nice. Now what happens when you shake the beans and you lift a foot and tap it? Whoa. Shake the beans, tap the foot any way. Nice, nice. What about the other foot? Now, really shake the beans like you could barely hold on to them. You're not sure they're gonna stay inside of your fist, but you're doing your best, right? Nice, nice. What's the foot doing? Lifting, tapping? Good. Keep going, just a little longer. find stillness. Come back to stillness. Take your time getting there or stop suddenly. It doesn't matter. Bring a hand to your heart and a hand to your belly and sense the energy moving through your body. Say thank you to the body for that energy. Nice. Good. Tapping front and side with your right foot first. And side. And side. Front. What happens when we let the upper body just go with it? Yeah? What happens when we let the arms go with it? Yeah. So it seems like we would all be dancing if we just got out of our own way a lot of the time. How much energy do we spend stopping ourselves from dancing? Yeah. Let's bring that leg back in. We're going to switch and tap side and front with the other leg, the left leg now. Okay. So we're tapping side and to the front. And there's this creepy crawler wave-like motion with the fingertips. Nice. So it's almost like your fingertips are making the sound in the music. Yeah. The music that you definitely hear. Yes. And then it's like your left leg here is more of a metronome. It's keeping rhythm for you. Ah, ah, ah. Yeah, good. Bringing that leg back in now, both feet on the ground. Nice. We're gonna draw one elbow up and bring it back down. One elbow up and bring it back down. Okay, so you've all played the game where you throw, or you've seen the game where you throw a baseball and you dunk the person underneath the water, right? I don't know what that's called. One of you is gonna tell me after this. We're gonna raise up the elbow like we could dunk our target with that elbow if we just reach it straight up enough. Yeah. And then the other elbow. So with purpose. So it doesn't have to be fast so much as it is intentional. Good. Yes. Yes. 4 more. Nice. Bringing elbows back in towards the rib cage. And then we'll focus some energy on the middle finger. All of us have had moments where we want to extend our middle finger. We're going to extend it now towards the ground. Yeah, and let it balance you as you lift one leg. So you'll look a little like a giant bird flapping its wings, yeah? Maybe. And it's a little like you're going to drop your foot down and then you change your mind. And this middle finger dipping down is helping you stay balanced and upright. Nice. Now hopping to the other foot, right? You can hop even if you're seated. So when I work with people from the 80s, right? the children of the 80s call this the Karate Kid, right? Nice. So there's this tapping of the foot and reaching down with the tips of the middle finger. Good. Now bringing your palms back down, softening through the arms, softening the shoulders down. Readjust your feet on the floor if needed, and allow yourself to get nice and tall through the spine again. So we come back in, we check back in with the body, we notice the breath, we notice the heart. If you want to take a hand to your belly and to your heart, it's a great way to get a little deeper connection to your breath and the rhythm of your heart. When you're ready, let your left arm just drop straight down by your side. Fingers are pointing towards the ground. Yeah. And with your right arm, let's raise up, reaching up over your head. So your left fingertips are reaching down, your right fingertips are reaching up. And with this next couple of breaths, we're going to start to reach a little higher with your right fingertips. And then almost like you're pulling a lever, reaching, and then make a fist and draw that lever back to the center. So reach with the fingertips long, squeeze the fist to come back to neutral and upright. Yeah. Good. Yes. If your arm gets tired, bring it down closer to your face. Right? Or bring it down entirely and just let the stretch come from the side of your body. As long as you're honoring your body's way today, you're doing it exactly the right way. Good. So whether you're reaching long through the arm or just reaching through the right side of your body, really sensing the opening in the right side and the softening in the left, as well as the stability in the midsection. Nice. Coming back through center, let's let that right arm come back down by your side, both arms hanging down by your side. Relax your fingers. So what would happen if we inhale, shrug our shoulders up towards our ears, and exhale, just let them drop away. Yeah. It feels better if you make kind of a grunting sound. So what if we do that? Let go of something when you exhale. Shrug the shoulders up and nice. So now we let the right fingertips drop. The right arm is totally relaxed down towards the floor. Nice. Inhale as you reach your left arm with the fingers spread way up over your head. When you get here, sense the opening and the strength in the middle of your body, and then start to look for more space in the left side of the body now. Yeah, so if this is tough on your shoulder or your neck, right, bring the arm in and just move through the side of the body, right? So there's always a little space that you can give yourself for how your body shows up to this. So strength in your core, stability in your 2 feet, reaching and mobility with the upper body. Nice. starting to wiggle that left arm back into its starting place. And we keep this sway that we've naturally developed. Yeah. It's really beautiful when we let the body move. Now closing your eyes. Can we take the palms out? Forearms are parallel, almost like I'm going to carry a stack of books. So moving forward and back, there's this undulation of the spine, and I'm going to turn sideways just so you can see that undulation. So it's a spinal roll, really. It's just that it's happening a little faster than that whoosh spinal roll. And when it's faster, it's smaller. Nice. What would happen if you made your own drum beat now? Oh, it's a very prim and proper sounding drum beat, yes? Ah. I'm going to go out and have tea, right? And then what would happen if we made a drum beat with our feet and our hands that sounds very different to the music that we hear right now? So it's rebellious, yeah. It's crazy. It's arrhythmic, maybe. It's definitely loud and not tame. Good. Now notice the difference when you come back to stillness. Yeah. You get just that little taste of perspective between silence and noise, and between activity and stillness. Nice. If it feels good to you to cross one ankle on top of the other knee or thigh, go ahead, gently. And if you're here with me, just get nice and tall through your spine. Notice how the hips are feeling. And see if you could soften your jaw. Nice. And soften your shoulders. Now, remember the undulation of the spine, right? It's just a simple chin. Nice. No wrong way. Nice. Now, what if we take a big exhale the next time we reach the chin forward? Inhale, draw the chin back up to neutral. Exhale to take your foot to the floor. Feel both the feet on the floor. Inhale, lift the other leg and cross the ankle on top of the other knee. And then sit nice and tall again. Nice and tall. Now you probably have a really different experience here than you did on the other side, right? So make space for that experience, get tall through the spine again, and then find that undulation, right? Whether you undulate sideways or front to back, or in some kind of non-linear expression, what does the expression of your spine feel like? Good. So it helps to close your eyes so that you can go inside and sense. And with these next couple of breaths, just allowing yourself to hinge at your hips as you reach forward just a touch to deepen the stretch you feel in your lifted hips. Yeah. So if you notice yourself going, ooh, that's tight or that's tender, right? That moment where you go, oh, that's a contraction, that's holding the breath. What we want to do is, right? We want to melt into that space. Let's give it a try. Nice. One more like that. And inhaling to bring your spine neutral again. Exhaling as you uncross that leg and take the foot to the floor. So as we come back into the experience of our 2 feet on the floor, we can begin to notice what's new. You can begin to notice what you brought with you to this experience right here, right now. You begin to notice the silence. Take the tops of the fingers to that portion of your thighs, just the tips of your fingers to your thighs. Create a little friction. And then take your whole hand to your thigh and notice the difference. Just notice the difference between your fingertips and your whole hand. And notice the difference maybe when you take the tips of your toes to the floor versus the whole foot. Good. Nice. Next time you inhale, we're just going to reach out to our sides and look around as though you're curious about what you encounter. What is this new space I find myself in? And next time you exhale, just touch the space around you, also with curiosity. And then bring your hands back towards your center. And so you all did beautiful work. Let's take a moment to feel gratitude for the ways that our bodies showed up for us today. Gratitude for the community and gratitude for our ability to heal by moving. How is everyone feeling? Are you feeling good in your bodies? Are you feeling heavy or and tell me how you feel.
I'm more, joints are more lubricated. I feel more able to move about without being stiff.
Yeah, I think my muscles are stretched out a little bit. Sometimes they're a little bit sore after this, but that's probably because I've done some good work stretching them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's good. And we're probably moving some muscles that don't get a ton of attention. So make sure you drink a lot of water. And if you feel sore, say thank you to your body for helping you train it to do something new.
We love it. We'll see you next week, Miss Emily.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Emily.
Thank you, Emily.
Bye, Emily.
Bye.
Thank you all. Bye-bye.
Hi, everybody. Well, let's see what's coming up. Good old Emily. Oh boy, Jonathan Sanson, piano and vocals tomorrow. We'll see what kind of haircut he has. Absolutely. Does anybody have anything new they want to share before we go for the day?
Before we put our shoes back on, right?
Isn't that the truth? Hans and Yetta, you're muted. If there's anything you want to say, you'll need to unmute yourselves. Evidently, everything's golden. All right. We'll see you all tomorrow for Jonathan Sanson.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Bye-bye,
Bye,
everybody.
everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Kiss the baby for me, Steve.
I will.
Okay. Bye, Hans.
Bye-bye.